Hello everybody! Hi, and thanks for watching this video for Minecraft, and this video is all about the world that I have built in Minecraft. I got the game a few years ago, I can't remember when, and I played off and on. So the world I'm about to show you is not many years of playing, but it's just several weeks and months of playing over a long period of time. So let's get started. Alright, so this is where I work. I own a mine, and you can see some furnaces here. This is where I smelt various metals, and you can see I have some coal in there. I also have a bed because sometimes I have to sleep here. Because normally when I play the game, I play on regular survival mode, but right now I have the difficulty level set on peaceful, so there's no monsters or anything, and I can go out day or night and do whatever I want. Okay, and of course I have a chest in here, some goodies in here. Look, I have all kinds of ores and minerals and stuff. But this is just a little shack where I smelt my stuff and I sleep. So over here is just outside. You can see the entrance to the mine. You gotta be careful, because it's a mine. Right here is my nether portal. It's the portal I take to travel back to my home. So when I don't have to work or I don't have to sleep nights here, I can venture over there. I put this in after a while. It's not the original way I would travel back home, but it made it much easier. It's kind of dangerous, but I have a cool tunnel, and I can show you guys that later. Over here is my little tree farm. So when I need to get lumber, I plant a tree in this little pit here, and then it grows out. It makes it easier to chop down and collect lumber and stuff. And there's some mushrooms. Yeah. Okay. Interesting trivia fact, this is not the original little cabin I had. The original one was a 2-story building, combination of rock and wood and stuff, and I ended up burning it down. And you can find the YouTube video where I burned it down. I don't remember what it's called, but it's in my YouTube channel. And, ooh, what's this? Oh, a skylight and a choo-choo train. Okay, so I do have the video settings down to make sure that the game runs pretty well, so that for this video I don't have too much stuttering and stuff. Here's a little dock with a boat, and you can travel that lake. Alright, so let's go down here and I'll show you the entrance to my cave. That's what she said. In here I've got a workbench so I can make tools and stuff, and I got fun stuff in there. Storage for when I'm building trains and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and show you my newest expansion. And here is my future expansion. Yeah, I know. And so in here I've got a little pathway and I've got a train. So one of my favorite things in Minecraft is to use these train tracks and to travel. Before I use it though, I'm going to show you over here real quick. I have a trash can. So if I have too much sand or stuff that I don't need, I can just throw it in that trash can there and it'll destroy it. Over here is an ancient minecart pathway. And down there, it used to be stuff, which I have kind of pillaged so that I can use resources. It's really neat. Like in these kind of places, you can find train tracks from old minecarts, and you can scavenge those tracks so you don't have to make your own. So there's still some fun tunnel stuff over there. I won't show you all the caves and stuff because that would take way too long. So you can see I've already kind of dug out some of all the train tracks are gone, and are cart tracks, and I've stolen some of the wood too, because I was using it for building. Okay, so I've got a redstone track here with a note block, so I'll be quiet for a second. You can enjoy this fun experience. Yay. Fun, huh? Oops, wrong button. Let me get out. Oh, wait. Why am I not? Get out. Oh. Hold on a second. Control P. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, well, we'll just have to edit this part out. Why am I going... Get out of the thing. I can't get out. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I wasn't hitting the right... I think I'm used to hitting the right button. Alright, well, we can edit all of this part out. Alright, take two. Okay, so one of the things with my track is that it does take you the whole way, but I have to use this gold block right here. And that stops the cart. And then I just push forward until I get to this little stubby thing, and then I get out. And that way, the cart doesn't accidentally take me backward and push me back around, because that would suck. Down over here is another tunnel for some more mining. But up here we have a rough exit, and I say that because it's not really stairs here. I haven't put in stairs yet. But this is an exit to my mine, way far away from the little cabin. And you climb up here, and now you're in a different climate. This is a snowy, cold place where there's usually lots of sheep and sometimes wolves. And if I need sheep or wolves, that's where I go to get them. Eventually, I will expand out here and explore this whole area. Oh, I saw something. Oh, there's a sheep right there. Hey, sheep. How are you? He is doing fine. So, that's this little spot. Okay, now I'm going to go back through here. One of the nice things about playing on peaceful difficulty level is that you don't get hungry and your life regenerates. So, and there's no enemies too. So all of that helps when you're just trying to show off your world and you don't feel like we're dealing with any of the dangers. Like if you want to build a town, for example, you might want to turn off all the monsters. It's a good way to do it. I have to admit, I really like riding in the minecarts. Okay, I really do. On all of my railway systems, I have a note block there, so that when the cart goes over, it makes a little sound. That's to tell you that you're either leaving your destination or arriving. So that's something you could do too if you want. Alright, so that's my future expansion. Not really completed or anything, kind of rough. There's a little passageway in here that leads to a hidden cavern that has nothing in it. Alright, so here we have the mine entrance. This is the main mine. It also has the pier passage, which is a dock where I have boats. And now we're going to go on another ride. This one's a little bit longer. But I have all kinds of different offshoots and passageways within this mine, which I use to find minerals and stuff. have this neat little cave cavern area. This is pretty cool. Alright. So that's where the pier is, up there. Before we go over there, though, I want to come back here and just show you how cool this place is. So look how deep that is. It's pretty far, and yes, I've been down there before. This world was created quite a few years ago when there were still some bugs, so you'll see some interesting landscapes and shapes and stuff. But this is a pretty cool underground cavern that has all kinds of interesting things. And there you can see what's probably some coal deposits. So yeah, I really was happy to find this because it's really neat, a neat part of my world. And sometimes I leave little notes to let me know there's like a coal deposit up ahead, so if I need coal I can remember, oh yeah, in case I haven't played for a while and I come back, then I'll remember, oh, there's useful stuff over there. Okay, so now we're leaving the mine. So after I'm done working for a while and decide I need some R&R, I've got this little dock here. Ooh, a nice cave there. And some boats. Okay. Whee! Oh. It's been a while since I've been on one of these boats, so it's a little different. Like I can hear the oars and sounds of oaring. That's pretty cool. Beautiful sunset, and you can't see anything. Okay. Ooh, I can go backwards too. I'm going to turn up the video settings a little bit. I think I can do 12. Return to the game. Okay. So, let's go back. So you can see my little area right here. This is the mine. It's kind of hard to see from a distance, so if you're new to my area, you may end up getting into trouble and crashing or something because there's not much landmark. There's no lights or anything showing you where that is. But during the daytime, it's probably easier. Okay, so normally, as I'm leaving my place of business where I work, I sail over here, and you can start to see my home in the distance. What? That's right, I built a castle just for me, because I deserve it. This was a neat little island that I found not too far from my starting point. So basically where my mine is, that's where I initially started when I created this world. And now you come over to here and you can see, wow, there's a crap load of boats around here. Alright. Oh, I got out without... Sometimes, well, in the past, usually I would sink in the water because I wouldn't get out at the right point of time. But this time I did. I have a lot of boats here. And those are all mine, so no, there's no visitors or anything. Alright, so over here I have a cactus, and I have that for some reason. And over here is my quarry, so this is where I get stone. I don't really need stone in here anymore, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But this is where I would get stone for building my castle. And I mined out most of it. I mined for most of it, and down here is also where I get lava. As you can see, this is a natural lava light thing there, and I have another one down there. But over here is where I collect lava. Oops. And I've already made some obsidian. Purple. Woo, nice. And down here, whoops, I've got some more lava lamps. I believe that... Ooh, lava. Around here somewhere is my... Well, maybe it's not here, but I do have a cave that leads to the bottom of the world somewhere. And it may not be here, but it's around here somewhere. Anyway, that's my little quarry there. It's kind of a fun place to go when you want stone. Blup, 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 blup. Traveling, I'm traveling. Gotta close the door. Okay. I also have a secret passage in my quarry. Let's check it out. We'll go through here, and then go up through here, and up here. And this leads me to a special spot in my house that I don't use anymore. But back in the day, I used this to do some mining, but mostly I was doing farming. And so I'd plant my crops here in the dirt, and I grew stuff. I believe I probably also used to use this pathway as an irrigation system. But since I don't use it as farming anymore, it's now a pathway. What? This is my house? It's so cool. And there's a picture in there? Yep. Alright, so this is the rear entrance, or butt of the house, if you will. You can open this and come in here, and this is kind of like a little foyer, I guess. Or a lobby or something. Also known as the shipping route. If I was shipping stuff, this is where I would unload my cargo and stuff in here. Up here are some stairs that leads to the main floor, and as you will see, there's some little switches here that open the door for me, so I don't have to. Pretty nifty. I see some more pictures. There's a staircase. This is my dining room slash kitchen room. This is where I eat foods. It's pretty good. And a picture. And this is my jukebox. I don't think I have a jukebox. I don't think I have anything in there right now. This is my refrigerator. I got foods and all kinds of foods. And my sink, and this is my stove where I cook stuff. Most of my furnaces have coal in them, ready to go. I also have a little window, which is pretty fun. Yeah! Alright, and here is my study. Oh, by the way, I like to have a map. So here you can see the map of my island, although it's cut off a little bit. This is pretty much what my island looks like. And you'll notice that I'm in my home right now, but there's all this other stuff here. What is that? You will find out in a little bit. But first, I must continue the tour of my house. And here's my study, where I have, yes, an alchemist set where I can make potions, an enchanting table where I can enchant things, storage, a place to sit and read, bookshelf where you can take books and read stuff. It's good because reading is good. That's why it's good. Alright, oh, see? The book is closed. It magically opens up when I approach it. Oops, went too far. So, it's pretty magical and stuff. We could even look in my book. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so as you can see, I have, if I put an item in here, then the book will tell me all these kind of different things I can do. What? I can't do any of those things because I don't have any of those items with me right now, but that's how that works. Pretty sweet. So really, enchanting tables allow you to make improve your weapons and tools to do stuff. Okay, so up here is a hallway where I've got this picture that's really cool. That doesn't look like anything. And here it's got a spider picture. That's pretty freaky. Let's see. Oh, I'll show you my bedroom. It's really huge. Ta-da! This is my bedroom. So big and look. Oh, what's that over there? I don't know. Oops. Oh, what's that over there? I don't know. I'm going up. Oh, I'm getting up on my bed on accident. I'm going to jump on my bed. What? Okay. There's my cool window. I can look out and see the water and stuff. That's pretty cool. Alright. This is a door that leads outside, so I can be outside on top of my castle. There's a ladder. What's that do? Okay, so let's do this. Let's go through here. Got a skylight for natural light. Okay, and here... Oh, wow. What is this? Okay, this is just another hallway, and down here leads you back into the main floor here where the dining slash kitchen room is. Kitchen room is how you say it. You say it's a kitchen room. Okay, so if we go back up here, you might have noticed that there is a ladder leading up here. And you might be wondering, what's up that ladder? Well, I'm going to show you. So we climb up, and what's up here? What? Alright, another door that leads you out on top of my castle. And right here is that ladder you saw before, that from my bedroom, that lets you climb up here and stuff. It's pretty sweet. Oh! I showed you that! Now I ruined the surprise! Okay. And these are towers. So if I want to, it's late at night, let's say, and my castle's under attack by something creepy, I can climb up here, open up this trap door, and close it so I don't fall back through. And I'm at the top of my turret here. That's what they're called, turrets. And I can shoot arrows from here and kill things. So what you're looking at right now is a bird's eye view, sort of, I guess, yeah, bird's eye view, of what else is here besides my castle. So originally, when I settled on this island, I built my house. And I slowly built it up to this huge castle that you see. I mean, it's pretty big. I don't want to say it's the biggest castle ever, but it's pretty big. And I thought, well, what's good is it having a castle if I don't have my own town? So I decided to build my own town. And I did that because, well, I like towns, I guess. Well, in some video games, especially when it's a medieval setting, there's some games where there'll be a town, and then through the town there's a passageway leading towards a castle, and in that castle is where the lords would live and who were supposed to protect the people who lived in the town. So that's kind of what the idea of this is. I'm the castle guy, and I have this town that I'm watching over and making sure that I protect it. But when I built the town, there was just one little problem. There's no people in it. And so I had to go and get people. And there's a way you can do that, which is kind of complicated, but basically you can either look for a village that's been pre-built in the world and try to get them to come into your town, or you can find zombie villagers and cure those zombie villagers. And basically, I will explain a little bit more in detail how I did that in a second. But basically, that is my town. And yes, there are people living in that town. And I like this bird's eye view. You can see that I have another quarry over here, which I will let you know I blew up the dirt around there using TNT so that I could get through and clean out, because I needed building materials. I needed a lot of building materials, not only to build my castle, but also for that town. Alright, so I'm had enough here. Oh, you can see the sunset. What? That's right, folks. I have a perfect view of the sunset from my room before I go to sleep, and I like to watch it. I like to watch the sun go down when I'm going to go to sleep. Before. Not during sleeping. I'm awake when I'm watching it. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so let's go down here. Sometimes you have to crouch. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's kind of cool in here. And that's just another tower up there, as you can see. Alright, now I want to get down, so I'm going to go down this ladder, because you guys didn't get to see me climb down here. And I'm going to do it carefully so that I don't fall. And there's another skylight there. A window. Now you'll notice I have a lava moat, because there's no alligators in this game yet, so why not make a lava moat? Alright. Okay, so let's go back down through my study and out the front door. And in here, you can see my little farm. So this is what replaced the original farm I showed you not too long ago. And in here you can see I have all kinds of stuff. We've got pumpkins, potatoes, carrots, sugarcane, wheat, and some watermelons. This is my moat. The lava moat just makes it so that monsters can't get to me as easily. What? That's so cool idea. There's a lake over there. Why? I don't know. It's just there. Oh, you can hear the lava. This will make you not want to try to raid my castle, because you will get hit in the lava unless you decide to go through the front door, in which you will bypass the lava completely. And now, a little break. Okay. So, oh, there's a moon. Ooh, moon. Okay, so now I'm going to walk over here, and you can see I also have some trees over here. This is my little park. I don't cut down those trees. I like to keep them there. Got some flowers and some grass there, too. And over here you can see the quarry if you want to, and a little bit of the end of the island there. Farming over here is pretty nice because it's all situated. You can see and you can see I've got some irrigation in there that makes the plants grow. It's pretty neat. Sugarcane is great to have here because if you need to make paper, you can just cut off the tops and leave the bottom part, and they'll grow back tall again. And you can just farm for paper. It's pretty neat. Over here is the end of my little house here. I got a bridge that spans a little... a little pond here. And over here you'll see a jack-o'-lantern. And this is the nether portal. And this is the nether portal that takes me back to my mine. Oh yeah, mine is a good thing to have. Here I got some nether wart. That's used for potions. And it can grow out here in the overworld, even though I got it from the underworld. And since I am here, let's go into the portal. Oh boy, this is scary. Watch out. Okay. And now we are in another world. And if you'll notice, my clock is spinning out of control because there's no night and day in the netherworld. It's just kind of crazy. So we don't know what time it is. What? What time is it? I don't know. Oh, well. Better bring out my sword just in case. Okay, so. Also, I got a shield. What? A shield? I'll use the egg instead. Okay, so. I'm just going to venture out. This is what the netherworld looks like. You can see there's ceilings of rock and there's lava flowing. And there's fire, which never goes out. It's pretty cool. In here is just a little shed where I have stuff and I can make tools and cook things. Over there you'll see a little torch. That is a guide to show me how to get into the main area in the netherworld, where there is a nether fortress and other things where I can collect materials. Now normally this place is pretty dangerous. You might see a ghast flying around trying to kill me, but because it's on peaceful mode again, there's no enemies, so I am safe. But this is what the netherworld looks like. Pretty cool. Okay, normally I don't come out here because I just use this tunnel for a quick transportation. I encased the tunnel in stone, which is impervious to fire and other attacks. So monsters can't get me in here. Monsters also cannot spawn in here, I believe. This is pretty cool. Window with lava. What? Yeah, pretty cool. Wish you had that in your house, huh? You don't. Okay, up here is the end of the tunnel. It's pretty neat. And I got some more grand windows for some ambiance. And you can see some light blocks over there. And then here. Alright, and so then if you go into this place here, into this portal. Where am I? I'm back here! Woo! That's pretty cool. Yeah! I threw the egg and it broke and no chicken came out. Alright, so I'm gonna go back in here. Nether portal. So that's how I travel from home to my mine and back to my home. It's a pretty neat, convenient way. Certainly cuts down travel time significantly, because I don't have to go through my mine and ride my train track and then take a boat all the way back to my island. I can just walk through this tunnel. It's all about efficiency. This is really helpful in survival mode when it's on normal difficulty, because, yeah, it's much safer. And now back into the tunnel. What? Okay. So. That's pretty cool. Alright, this is another place where I store stuff. Alright, so right here is a pretty cool thing that I built. If you want to mine stone, but you don't want to have to dig through a mountain, you can create this kind of a machine powered by redstone that creates stone. So, the way it works is I use this track as my mining track. So, if I want some stone... What? What just happened there? Pretty crazy. That's right, folks. I can just mine stone for as long as I want. Okay, well, it's a little broken. Alright. Oh, that's why. Okay, so the way it works is you have this repeater set up so that there's constantly power going around. That allows this piston here to move. Oh, it pushed me! Okay. Now, it's technically off, even though the piston is still moving. If I want to shut it completely off, I can cut this redstone here. And it'll stop working. If I put it back, it works again. So usually I leave the piston operating. But I have two levers. And the way this works is I go over here, I activate this lever. It pulls a piston and lets lava come out of this little space right there. And the lava comes down and sits right there. And then I have this one, which I kind of showed you already, that lets water come out. So then it creates stone. Sometimes it doesn't work. I have this kind of problem. So when that happens, I don't go into the lava, hopefully. When that happens, I cut out this little redstone here to shut off the piston. So that way it creates another stone. Then I replaced it. And now it should create... Okay, it's not working. Right, another thing I might have to do is shut off the piston again. Okay, so when this happens, what I usually do is turn off the lava. And then shut off the piston. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. It's been a while since I've done this, so... Okay, that's not really working. Okay, let's see. Although that isn't bad. Okay, so you need to have... It's raining! Oh, I love it when it's raining. It looks so cool. Alright, let's see if this is how it works. Okay. Okay. So now, when I go here, there you go. So now I can start doing this, and I have an endless supply of stone that I can make now. Now, the best way to do it, to mine this stuff, is to use a stone axe, because the speed of mining is slow enough that by the time you break a block, the next one comes in. This iron axe is way too good. So it chops us down pretty fast, so the next block isn't gonna be created and pushed down the line fast enough for this axe. So I could end up having too much. But with the stone axe, you can literally just sit right here, mine that block, and then the next one will get pushed over, and it'll just do that forever. And it's pretty efficient. Okay, so that's how this works. So when I'm done, I close off the water pathway and the lava pathway for safety purposes. Because I don't want anyone to get caught in that lava and get killed. So then that's on me, okay? I'm going to get in trouble. I'll get sued for that. I could go to jail. I don't want that to happen. So anyway, that is my stone creating machine. It's pretty cool. And I'm sure there's other machines you can make too, but it's pretty simple. It's just need a few pistons and then create a little secret compartment right there for the water, right, and there's the lava, and then they just kind of meet and create stone. Now this is for cobblestone, but when water and lava reach, they make stone. Either way, you chop it up, it turns to cobblestone, basically. Alright, so now we're going to go into the entrance. So you see here's my castle, and this is where the town is. Sugarcane grew already. Yeah! So, I don't want the villagers to actually come into my castle, and thankfully they are not very intelligent people. Don't tell them I said that. So they won't be able to get to my castle because this is an iron door, and the only way to open an iron door is with some kind of mechanism. All other doors, as far as I know, are openable just simply by right-clicking. So as you can see, if I right-click, oh, it's not working. Instead, I have this button. So right-click that, I push the button, and I can get in. So that prevents villagers from escaping my village. Oh man, I love it when it's raining in here. It's so cool. Alright, so... Ooh, an egg. I do have a ladder so that I can climb up to the ramparts here. And I can show you kind of around here. This is just for service necessities. If I have to make repairs or whatever. It was mostly useful when I was building the wall. Around here is a chicken! I have all kinds of neat little crevices around here where like there's alleyways. But before I show you some of those fun places, let's just show you the village. Right here is just a house. This was my main house that I used when I was when I was building this town. I was using the normal difficulty, so I didn't want to be around at night. So I used this house to sleep in at night, and then I built during the day. This is the smithy. As you can see, it says it. Got an anvil. And over here is the forge. This is where I can build stuff. Look at all this stuff I got in here, and some armor stuff. This is where I do major crafting, and when I need to make repairs and stuff. Repair tools and things. Right, so this is town center, where there's a neat well here. You can get some waters. I'll leave it open, actually, so that the rain will come in and fill it up if it gets empty. Over here is probably the biggest building in here. This is a Christian Science church. There's a reading room in here. If you don't know what a Christian Science is, well, too bad. Google it. And here is the main church building. Oh wait, no, this is just a lobby. I think I never furnished it. I guess no Christian Scientists have moved in yet. That's probably why. Up here on the second floor, this is the main room where the church services are held. And in here is a storage room with a ladder. And if we go up here, there's a couple of stories in here where you can store stuff. And up here is another storage room. You see? What? So pretty. Oh, there's something over there. That looks cool. What's that? I don't know. Okay, so I thought I had a tower, and this is kind of like a tower, but I didn't realize I thought I put an attic in there, but I didn't. Okay, break time. Mmm. All this water's making me thirsty. Alright, so this is like a little... It's kind of like a bell... Actually, I think that's supposed to be a bell tower. And, thought I saw some water dripping in from the rain. Alright, so... Okay, yeah, I want to go back down. I'm really good at this game. Okay, so that's my Christian Science Church. Pretty cool, I guess. Uh-oh. Okay, there is a missing wood block, which I happen to have. That is funny. Oh my gosh. There's a missing block. How did that happen? Oh. How am I going to... Do I have any sand? Oh, I guess I could use a stone. Okay, so... That is very weird. That's why there's water coming in here, because there's a hole. Why is there a hole in here? Let's find out. Oh, can't. Okay, so I'm gonna patch this. Oh, wow, you guys, that's crazy. That's why that water was coming in. Okay, so I fixed the church. Whoa, I seriously still see water coming in. Okay, that must just be a problem with the game, because I don't know why you see that blue sparkly stuff. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I fixed the roof. That was cool. Now let's get the heck out of this church, because technically I'm an atheist, so I shouldn't be in here. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, Holy Street is the name of the street, because there's a church here. What? And if you come down here, you'll see Holistic Curiosities. This is a shop that has nothing inside it. But you could imagine some interesting holy stuff you can buy in there. What? What's that? I don't even know. Okay, let's keep going. I know I'm getting kind of drenched here, but that's okay. I'll suffer through it. Oh, I see people! What? Okay, so let's go down here. This is obviously a nice little stand here that sells stuff. Just gonna have to take my word for it. Alright, down here we have, looks like some homes. Oh, some places to live. If there were monsters around here, this cool guy right here would run into one of these little places here. And there's no bed there. Okay. I can talk to this guy. Ooh, hey, what's up? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Okay, that's cool. This is Humble Street, where the poor people live. Because you have to have poor people. But, hey, you know what? You get shelter, you get a place to live. And he likes the rain, apparently. That must be Mark Mushakian, because he's out in the rain. What? Usually villagers go inside when it's raining. There you go. Okay. How to fix that? Alright, so this is Main Street, the main road. As you can see, easy passage from my home, through town, and out. Over here's a nice little park. Aw, look at this cool little park right here. It's pretty sweet. Oh, this is Relaxation Street. This is the street to be in if you want to relax, because there's a pub in here. It's the Paradise Tavern. What? Oh yeah. Lots of drinking going on in here. Some crazy stuff has happened at that bar, man. Some crazy stuff. Okay. I'm going to show you a little passageway. This is pretty cool. Oh, passageway. What? It's a little alley. Be careful, though. There's no light. Not much light in those alleyways. As you can see, it's nighttime. You can get pretty crazy in that alleyway. This is a chicken coop, by the way, in case you wanted to know. It's not labeled. Alright, over here we've got the Baker's Delights. This is a bakery. Oh my gosh, look at all these cool baked goods and stuff in here on the cake. What? Pretty sweet. Okay, over here we've got a couple of cool places. We've got the butcher shop, where you can go in here and do butcher stuff. And look at all this people in here. Whoa, okay guys, what's going on in here? It looks like a party. What? Look at all this crazy stuff. What does this guy do? Oh my gosh, someone's gold. Okay. They're hiding out in here because it's raining. Over here we've got the SDBmania farm. This is where the townspeople go to buy goods, and they have their own little farm here. I built this just for them so that they can make foods. I don't touch this place unless I really have to, but usually the farm I have near my house is just enough. I can get plenty of foods for my place. Okay, and another alleyway. If we keep going down Main Street, we'll come to another place. We have the SDBmania Education Center. So if you have kids or you're just interested in learning, you can come here. This is a pretty cool place to go to learn stuff. There's a library and a school in there. Let's go ahead and check it. This is Scholastic Street. Why? Because of the Education Center. Alright, we'll go check out that place later. Okay, so in here, you've got part of the library. It's basically this whole first floor. And you'll notice that this building is kind of separated by two different buildings. What? And it gets pretty wet around here. If you go up here to the second floor, you'll find the school, I guess. Oh, okay. That's right. This is just kind of like a lobby. It's the third floor where the classrooms are, so this is part of the school. And you can come up here and you can learn some stuff. Look at all these desks, and over here, you got, I guess kind of like a blackboard situation going on. Oh, this is cool. Look at that. Rain and coming in. Hitting that glass. Pretty cool. I think I said cool a lot. Oh, there's windows. So this is where kids learn, or adults, during the weekends. What's different? Whoa, thunder, dude. Alright, so this is more of the library, and you can see, oh, I came out a different, what? Oh, that's crazy, what? On the other side of Scholastic Street is Market Street. Now, Market Street is developed, but there's no actual stores that have moved in yet. But if you have an idea for a store, you can set up shop here and buy some stuff. Alright, we're going to take a quick break. I just need water because I've been talking a lot. Okay. Market Street. And I like to use these little things, simple things. It's pretty cool. You can put items in item cases and it looks like little signs. What? Oh, thunder, thunder, thunder. Alright, so as you come down towards the main entrance to the town, you will find that there's a little alleyway there. But you'll find one of the biggest buildings, probably the second biggest building, and this is the Main Street Hotel. You can tell because it's got a bed picture there. And here is the main lobby. And you can sign in at the registry. Basically, you open this up, you take out this book and quill, and then you open up the book and quill, and then you sign your name in it and put it back in the chest. Now, hopefully, someday there might be an update where I can just place the book on the table. That would be so cool. For right now, it has to be in this chest. And I need a little sunset picture. Pretty cool. There's keys, apparently, right there. Let's close the door so we won't get any water in here. Alright, so down in here is just kind of a hallway, and in here is the kitchen for room service and stuff. There's nothing in it, because no one's staying in the hotel right now. Pretty nice. Got some lights, and you got this cool picture here. Up the stairs is where all the rooms is, on the second floor. All the rooms are on the second floor, excuse me. So you got windows, you can look outside, and it's... Whoa, I see a chicken out there. You can look through here and see the farm, my house in the background. Pretty cool. And in here is where all the rooms are. Now in here, you can stay in here. Oh, that's a great picture for being in a... oh gosh, that's kind of morbid. Window in there. What's that? What's the building over there? Interesting. And here's another one. What? Donkey Kong? What? Where's Mario? I don't see Mario. Jeez. Probably died. And then here's another room. Oh, yeah, that thing. Alright, so there you can see, this is my little hotel. Pretty cool. And, oh, that's a neat picture. I need to vent. Look. You can see the church right over there. There's the library. Oh my god. Okay, so then we come back. Let's get out of here. The final thing to show you in the town, building-wise, is this, which is pretty cool. It's a jail. So this jail that I built was how I got my villagers. Ooh, a chicken! What? You're not in the coop! The chickens run wild because the villagers let them out. So this jail cell, which has a button here to open the door, and this is where I would trap the zombie villagers to cure them. So I'd get them in here, and I would open the door, run in, let them follow, then I'd run back over here, hit this button, and they'd be stuck. But basically there's a way that you can feed them a potion that turns them into humans. I'd run in there, throw the potion on them, then run out and wait for them to become people. And then once I did that a few times, I think I only had to do it a couple of times, maybe 3 times, then I'd let them out. And then they were welcome to go wherever they want to. And then they had lots of sex and made babies. And now there's people. Now I have to expand the town, make more buildings, more rooms if I want more people in there. But right now I think I have a pretty good amount of people. So that's all the buildings in here. Now, I'll show you all about the main gate in a little bit. Let's just go through and show you some of the cool passageways or cool alleys I have in here. And places to travel around here. What? So neat. Oh, there's another alleyway in here. You've already kind of seen some of these alleyways now, so I'll show you every little place. But that's just, I kind of like having little alleyways like this to walk around in, just to kind of have fun. Now you might have noticed some of these little grates in the ground. This is my sewer system. Wow, thunder. I liked building the sewer system. It was just for fun. There's really no point to have it. But you can climb down in here. Maybe you don't want to be outside in the rain. And you can walk through the sewers. And oh wow, look at all this water and this. Lots of torches to keep it pretty well lit so no monsters come up. But this is another way that you can use to travel around in my town. And lots of water, and there's ladders leading up to different areas, and you can come through here and avoid villagers, because sometimes those guys are annoying. And go through here. So you can see there's all kinds of different neat little tunnels down in here. What? Oh, it sounds like the villagers are ready to go back out now that the rain has stopped. We'll climb back out. Oh, what? Oh, I'm back out here. Neat. So the trapdoors let the rain filter out so it doesn't get flooded and goes into sewers. So that's what those are for. Oh, I don't think I showed you guys this little cool passageway. What? Oh, what? That's so cool. Alright. And now I'm going to take another little water break. Alright, let's say you've been through the town and you need to leave and go back to wherever you live. You have to do that, you have to go through this cool gate mechanism. Now, one of the problems I was thinking about when I was building this town is, the villagers, they need to be safe. And I'm not always going to be around to keep them safe. I might be sleeping, or I might have to be at the mine for a while. So how do I protect the villagers? Well, one way is I put plenty of lighting around, and that's going to prevent monsters from spawning. But monsters that spawn outside possibly could get in and kill them, and I don't want that to happen. So I have this really cool gate mechanism. And how this works is, let's say I want to leave the town and go off in this direction to do stuff. So during the day when I do that, I flip these switches so I can open up the iron doors. And I leave them open. And so the reason why I do that is because I exit through this door here. It's a side door. Now, once you exit through this door, you can't get back in unless you destroy the door. But you can't do that because I won't let you. So, if I want to get back in, I have to walk back through here. Oh, and you can see another map of the island on there. This is the main entrance, so then to get back in, you just step on these pressure plates and come back through here. Now, let's say I am outside, and oh crap, there's some horrible monster coming after me. This never happens, but what if it did? Well, here's what I would do. I'd run here, open these doors, run back out. Then I would close these doors. Now, if I do that, and a monster follows me in, yes, they can open up the doors on the outside, but they can't open up these inside doors. And so they'll be trapped. Well, now the monsters are trapped in there. So what I could do is go back out through the main doors and kill the monsters, but then if I did that, I would be stuck in this room too. So, instead of doing that, once the monster is trapped inside this gatehouse, I then flip these switches, and what happens? Watch. What's that? Is that lava? Yes, it's lava. The lava goes in and destroys every monster in there. Now, of course, that not only kills the monsters, but destroys any items they might have had. So, it's really just an emergency situation. Also, opening the doors. Oh, crap. Oh, nope. Lava doesn't come in. So, that's a really cool thing I do. And then when I'm done, I can close these valves here, and the lava will stop flowing. And then once the lava is gone, it's safe to open up these doors again. So I'm going to leave them open and come back out here. And as you can see, there's a little place I can go out there and venture if I want. Actually, let's do that. Because earlier in the video I showed you kind of a cool place. Is that more chickens? This is like the island of chickens, I tell you. Alright, what's over here? Oh, okay, so this is just an interesting area. Look at this. What? This is kind of different. Usually on an island you don't have stone like this here. So, what? That's kind of crazy. And stuff. I won't show you the quarry over there because it's not that interesting. Okay, let's run through here. Flowers. Oh, oh, look, there's a stone thing there. It's the outside of my town. I got this neat wall there. What? Okay. So let's say you're exited. Sand. And you're walking down this cool pathway. So this is the end of the town. Here you've got Jake's Lumber. This is my lumber factory. I don't know, I guess it's a mill. Lumber mill. Whatever. I got wooden stuff in here. Got wooden stuff in here and stuff. And down here is weird. Let's show you why it's weird. What? Okay, so the story of this basement is that when I was building this lumber mill, it was a nice location, but there was this lake here, a little pond, I guess, and I didn't want to destroy the little pond, so I built over it so that it would still be here, and I created this little access way so that I could remember why I built over this and what was down here. So this is a nice little pond. Yay! That's the story. That's an interesting story. Okay, so this is the main room. Alright, so how this works is, so you got, this is the way out. So when I'm planting trees. I use that access door to come in here, and I've got this kind of situated like this. So why did I dig out like this? Well, I will kind of show you. See these trees, they grow up. So once I'm done cutting down the trees, the leaves go away, and sometimes they drop stuff. So if they drop stuff, usually they come down in this little groove here, or this little open area. That's why I did that. And you can see these platforms, but this is not, I don't chop them here because that's not efficient. So what I do is once I plant, I just come around here to plant them. And when I want to chop something down, cool forest, then I come back through here and I climb up this ladder up to the roof. And if you want to come up here and like, oh, I'm on the roof, this is cool. Then I walk along these plankways, or I guess that's what you call them. And then I say, okay, let's say I want this tree, so I come over here and I climb up on the top of the tree, and then I clear away all the brush, and see, there's the top of the tree, and then I just get on top, right there, where the wood is, and I just, I break them down, and I end up all the way on, I guess I could show you guys, why not? So I come over here, let's say I want, because I have different trees that grow in here sometimes, and I'll just do this, and I don't have an axe with, oh, I do, and then I just go like this, and I cut down the tree. This is the way they do it in real life too. I just stand on top of the tree and cut it down until I get down to here. Once you've cut down all the wood, then the leaves start to disappear. Now, because I'm an environmentalist, once I've removed the lumber, well, there's no saplings, so I'm going to go back into the mill. And we'll get, let's do a birch sapling, because just to be different. Now, for some reason, not all of these trees necessarily start growing right away. That might be because they're too close together, I don't know. But then I will plant you. Boom! And eventually, one of these saplings will start to grow and replace the tree I cut down. Oh, I guess I had plenty of birch. I should have put in... Jeez. Oh well. Alright, so that's my lumber mill. So that's how I mill. It's pretty good to do it that way. I can get lumber pretty quickly. And it's reusable. So it just goes back. Alright, so that's the lumber mill. So now we'll keep going down this path and take a break. Okay. So we'll come down here. You'll see another path. Now the main road, it's got little walls on the side to keep you on the road. So you can't, I don't even think, yeah, you can't even jump out. So now this pathway leads to a main commercial dock here. And I got another boat. And over here you can see, off into the distance is water. So if I had major shipping, ocean liners or shipping boats coming in, this is where they go. And I can, now over here, this is still under construction. Unfortunately, guys, it didn't finish this. But this is going to be a restaurant, and you can see this is where the receptionist would be. Down here is just kind of like a hallway, and then down in here is where the kitchen's going to be. So it's still under construction. What? But this is where the people will cook stuff. And then up in here, I might put a little bit of indoor dining in here, but not too much because it's going to get cluttered. Out here's the main dining area. So it's mainly an outside dining restaurant. And over here is just an open pathway, so if I want to get over here, I can. Little islands and stuff. Pretty cool. Some sea life, so I might create some kind of viewing area over here so you can look at the sea life and stuff. Be like, what's awesome? Yeah, I know, you're probably thinking too awesome for me, but, know, you give it a chance. Once I finish it, you'll see and be like, oh, okay, it's pretty cool. Alright, I guess it doesn't matter. Right now, so that's my little restaurant that I'm working on. So that's basically my town. Now, obviously, the restaurant is not in a ideal location as far as safety. If the town gets attacked, the restaurant is pretty vulnerable. The lumber mill is also pretty vulnerable because it's outside of the town, but it's still pretty close to the town. So if there was an emergency and you were working in the lumber mill, you could probably get to safety, no problem. But if you're in the restaurant or at this dock, you're probably dead. Sorry, that's just, all best I could do. Obviously I could build like a secret cool tunnel that would link up into the town. So that's something I might do at some point. But now, if I do it, it's not a secret, so maybe I won't do it at all. Sorry. Sorry, villagers, you're all dead. It's just, it's just one of those things. Of course, I suppose I could build a bigger wall and expand the town, but I don't feel like doing that. At least right now. But that's something possibly for the future. I want to try to keep much of the wildlife and nature intact as I can on this island. I don't want to make it too big of an impact. Alright, so now as you can see, this is kind of an open road just because we're leaving civilization now. Yep. No more big city living for you guys. You're out in the country life now. This is my end of my island. Now right here you're thinking, what? Okay. We are going to expand this to 16 chunks. Okay. Right here is a really fun venture that I did. I built a really cool looking bridge. And the interesting thing I did was I did this all in survival mode on normal difficulty. So obviously there were monsters and issues, and I couldn't just safely build this like in creative mode. So what I did is I started building the bridge, and then I'd get to a point where I was stuck. I couldn't build anymore. So then what I would do, I don't know, maybe you can see it if we come down here. But I basically created a stone machine like the one I showed you near my house. And that stone machine, oh, as you can see, I don't think I completed this. What? This is another little fun thing you're gonna get to watch me finish. Alright, so that should, alright, I hope I do this right. Alright, well, I'll just do it that way. But I built a stone machine, redstone machine, so that it would create the bridge part here, up into a certain point. So the stone machine will move a certain amount of blocks in one direction. Once it gets to a certain amount of blocks, even if there's no obstruction, the stone machine will stop. Okay, now I'm trying to make sure I do this the right way. So one block, one block. I want to keep this so that it is consistent. Do I have any sand? Okay. I think I can get it right there. There we go. That's my little design there. Wow. Okay, so yeah, basically, I'll go back on top of the bridge. So I built a little hut so I could sleep in, so at night time the monsters wouldn't get me. The little hut is no longer here. I took it out. But basically it was right here in this corner. And so the machine would start moving blocks over, and then it'd get to a certain spot where it would stop. So when that would happen, I would open up the lava compartment. And that would spill lava down to hit the water. And once it hit the water, it'd create a stone platform. And then I would stand on that stone platform and rebuild the redstone machine so it could make another length. Break time! And I did that till I got all the way to the other side. So that took a while, but it was the easiest way to build the bridge. And it would have been a lot harder doing it without that machine, because I had an endless supply of stone with the lava and water blocks coming together and pushing things forward, so I just needed to put torches. I like having the torches on there. Keeps lots of lights and no monsters spawn on it. See a little island over there? What? Okay, so now you might be thinking, Scott, that's a cool island, but you're walking across this bridge, and now you see this really odd land here. It looks like someone chopped off half of the biome. Well, in earlier versions of the game, it would sometimes create two different biomes put together, and it didn't really quite do it too well, so it would cut off portions of the biome, and so that's why you're seeing this weird kind of cliffs and sides of this desert biome here. I think it's pretty neat looking, even though it's not very natural looking. I'm sure if I created a new world, you wouldn't see this kind of thing happening anymore. But I think it's kind of neat looking. So we're here at the end of the bridge, and we are now in a desert biome. And so we don't use a stone pathway anymore. We use a sandstone passage. Now, I need water. Now we're watching the sunrise. We can see that looks like there's three different, well, the savannas I think are over there. And that's where I can get a horse if I want to get a horse, which I will eventually do. And this is the desert. So I built the road continuing. Oh, there goes the moon. And we've got this really, really neat little desert tunnel. This is really a fun, cool place. This is this huge desert biome here that's connected. And as you can see, there's a river. It's connected to another grassy biome here. I got this cool bridge. I like trying to keep it as realistic as possible. So you see those little posts there. I like this little area. It's really cool. It just looks neat. The difference in the biomes and how they mesh and stuff in here. Okay. Different environments. Alright, so I got a bridge. Now I went with a different theme here, but obviously sandstone road, and there's no wall edges or anything like that. Oh, what? That looks cool. There's some high mountain areas over there and some pigs. Alright, so if you keep walking along this path, you will get to a point where you will have a fork in the road. Now down that pathway looks like just more desert. Doesn't seem like it's worth going down there. What is it? Just desert? What? That's crazy. But if you want to go down here, because it's getting kind of hot and I could use some water, so let's go down here. And you'll notice there's a village over here. I went ahead and connected a road down here to the village, just for fun. So this is not where I got my villagers. Again, I used zombie villagers, but if I wanted to, I could create a redstone track, and I could use that to ship villagers into my town from here, and they will eventually repopulate. So that is something I might do in the future. So this is a neat little town. What? Some buildings and stuff. And over here's the well. I think this is the town well. I think so. Let's find out real quick. Oh. I don't know what this is then. Put my stone back in. Interesting. Well, I'm going to go ahead and destroy it. Oh, it is water. It's a well, like I thought. Well, that's not a very useful well because you can't get to the water, but I guess that's where they store water. Anyway, there's a little grain farm. What? Some more food over here. Wow, they have a lot of food. I've never pillaged any food from here, but if I had to, I could. Oh, what? There's mountains. So that is a little village here. Oh, that's kind of a cool building. Now you can tell that this village was built partially underground, and that's not supposed to be the way it works, but you know, what can you do with the old versions of a game, right? Okay, well, we're getting close to the end of stuff to show you, as far as I can remember. Oh, there's only one more thing in my world that I've constructed to show you. So now if we go down this path, this is the path that looks like it goes to nowhere. I mean, come on, there's nothing out here but desert. And it's a dangerous place to be walking around during the daytime because it's so hot, you know. You'll get dehydrated. This is an especially dangerous place to walk around at night because that's when all the monsters come out. Interesting. Well, down here you can see that a pathway has been carved through the little hillside here. So there must be something at the end of this pathway. Oh, what is that? Looks like a mountain. Okay. So we can come through here, and there's a couple of torches. This place is not quite finished. I should add some torches for lighting, I guess. But alright, so here we go. We've arrived at what looks like a shack of some kind. It's an archaeology site. An archaeology site? What? Well, I don't get how... Well, anyway, in here is a little shack where I can sleep. And here's a little deck area where I can do some smelting and store things and build tools and stuff. And up here is this cool little roof here. What? Wait a second. It looks like there's something interesting over there. Let's go check that out. Okay. Through here. Let's go see. Well, there's no pathway over there, so I guess we'll just have to explore. Wait, what's this? Whoa! Something's in the sand. What? Oh my goodness. What is this? It's something cool. Yes, folks. There's a hidden temple in here. What? So, for some reason, the game decided to bury a temple in sand. So, I've been working towards digging it out. Now, I haven't finished, but I believe there is a way up to that second floor. Let's see. Come up here. Uh-oh. Well, I haven't dug out the pathways yet, it looks like. But there is a second floor of this temple. Let's see if I can dig it out real quick. I don't have a shovel. Alright. Ooh, what? I'm gonna use a torch to dig stuff. That's how I roll, son. Alright, so I guess that just takes you to the roof. But there is a second, you can see the second floor. Anyway, so this is a pretty cool underground tunnel. Eventually I'm going to dig out all the sand so we can see the temple, and it'll be cool, and you'll be able to get the second floor. The second floor, it's going to be a tourist attraction, so people can come visit and learn some history about this desert area, and I'll probably have some fun games or some other things to do there. Well, I guess that's pretty much everything to show you in the SDBmania Land, which is what the name of this world is. It's SDBmania Land. That's right, SDBmania Land. But it's a fun place to start, and I can remember what it was like to build this world and explore, and it's expanded pretty well. And there's so much more to explore around here and expand even more. So, some of the ideas I have is, obviously I've already talked about them, is maybe expanding my town, adding some more villagers. I want to build some more railway systems, and maybe find some more interesting areas in my mine, expand that, see if I can find some old tunnels. Maybe find some old fortresses, who knows what's down in the ground. I also want to get a horse, so that's definitely probably the next thing I'm going to do is get a horse, so that will make traveling much easier. But before we say goodbye, I do want to show you one neat little thing. It's pretty cool. Just looks neat, so we can go off the road here. I can climb up over here and just kind of give you this little vision. Now I'm going to turn up the distance filter. So hold on a second. We're going to go to 32 chunks. Back to the game. Now let's look back over here. Okay. I want it to load. Come on, load up. Alright, let's see. So from here you can see the cool bridge, and you can see my island. Oh, it's still loading. And you can see the town. Oh, I guess that's all you can see. Well, I thought you could see more. What was I standing here? But I think this is a pretty cool place to stand, and you can kind of just see the cool bridge stuff. And okay, well, that's, I guess, it. I like the bridge. What can I say? Well, thank you guys for watching this video. That's all I have to show you. Obviously, there's some more things I could show you. There's more tunnels, and you haven't gotten to explore the inside of my mine. But I feel like I've had you guys around here long enough. Yes. I mean, you probably are busy and have things to do. And, well, look, the sun is setting, and it's almost nighttime, so you're probably getting kind of tired, and you want to go to bed and have some sleep. So I won't show you any more, but there's, like, of the caves and things, maybe in another video. But pretty much what you've seen today is most of the stuff there is to see. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed getting your glimpse of SDBmania Land, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I think I said that already, but that's okay. So, thank you guys, and have a good night.